Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning. This is episode 7 of the Sell More Printing webinar. This webinar is aimed at helping you grow your print business using today's best marketing tactics. I'm Rachel Neese. I'm the marketing director here at Marketing Ideas for Printers. And today we're going to be looking at making direct mail work for your print business. So this is a pretty interesting topic to cover because there's really two parts to this. The first is selling direct mail to your print buyers. And then secondly, using direct mail yourself as a printer to market your print company and some of the tools that we provide to help with that. So we're going to be looking at both of those in some capacity, but we're really going to break down this webinar into 3 parts. First, the why of direct mail, as in here's why you should use direct mail to market your business, both for you as the printer and for your print buyers. Secondly, we're going to look at the how. How do I market my business effectively with direct mail and help my print buyers market effectively? And then lastly, we're going to look at some tools to help you succeed. So I'll review some of the direct mail tools offered here at Marketing Ideas for Printers. So with that, we'll get started. So first, we're going to start with the why. Why should you use direct mail? Direct mail is the most inexpensive way to prove and show your quality. I'm talking about for you as a printer. So it's a lot harder for other companies to send samples of their products or to see their work, by sending it in the mail that people can see and touch themselves. But for you as a printer, direct mail is the sample. So it's a win-win for your company. First, it shows people your compelling content, your eye-catching design, your attention to detail, and most importantly, that you know your stuff when it comes to doing and mailing a direct mail campaign. But on top of that, direct mail also shows your print quality. They get to see the attention-grabbing message. They get to feel the quality of the paper you use, the quality of your printing. All of that makes your print company look the best, and it gets your name out there. And all of those points can be applied to your print buyers as well, getting their name out there so that they look their best as well. Patrick Ryan is a long-term direct mail customer of ours, and he really says it best when he says this. We've been using the Printers Press newsletter for 22 years. It's a critical part of our success. Printers Press is consistent, clean, professional, lighthearted, and something to be proud of. And here's the part I wanted you to catch. How can we sell our customers on printing newsletters if we don't have one ourselves? That's a very important point. I know I'm preaching to the choir here with some of you, but with others, I'm continually amazed how many printers don't take advantage of using direct mail to market their business. I'm going to also just pinpoint some of the other whys behind direct mail, why you should be using direct mail. Now, if you recognize this was a PDF download that we did recently that you could download from a pop-up on our website. This particular one is no longer active, but if you would like this PDF to use on your website or to send to your customers to promote direct mail, you are more than welcome to it. So I will send it as part of the follow-up email to those that are registered for the webinars. But if you're just catching this webinar after the fact and you aren't signed up, you can email me for it as well. And if you stick around to the end there, you'll get that information for you to do that. But let's look at this briefly. Print builds trust. So 82% of users say they trust print more than digital marketing. Print provides greater returns. Direct mail marketing has a 1,300% return. That's huge. And it's not just for your print buyers. The same is true for you printers. Direct mail has an open rate of 80 to 90% compared to only 20 to 30% of email. It creates credibility. They're more likely to shop with a company that has professionally printed materials. Again, same with the print company. Would you be more likely to work with a print company that you've seen their work or a print company that you haven't? You have no idea who they are. Print brings better engagement through touch. It increases the perceived value of a brand. Easier to read, requires 21% less brain power while still getting a 71% increase in brand recall. That's pretty cool. I can't remember the last time I could recall a digital pop-up ad. And lastly, it brings faster results. 79% of consumers will act on direct mail immediately. So those are just some of the whys of why you as a printer should be using direct mail, and some reasons, some good facts and statistics that you can use to encourage your print buyers to be using direct mail. Now, after you've gotten behind the why, you need to address the how. So that's what we're going to look at next, how to create effective direct mail campaigns. To be effective, direct mail needs three things. The first is it needs the right audience. You have to make sure that you're targeting the right audience. For yourself and for your customers, be sure to address the importance of a clean list. You guys, if you're spending money on the printing and the design and the content and those types of things, you don't want to be wasting that time and that money by sending to a wrong address or incorrect address or the wrong person for the offer. And this is where you get to really showcase how you can partner with your print buyer and let them know. So for example, if their part is determining their audience or buyer persona, then your part is providing the tools, the software, those types of things to clean up and remove outdated or old addresses. Tools like, the coding accuracy support system, that tool ensures accurate addressing to meet the USPS requirements for lower postage rates. Again, I'm sure several of you already know this, so I don't want to be assuming. Yeah. Secondly, guaranteeing delivery with the DPV. And then lastly there, Don Bowman, he's the owner of BP Solutions Group, and he has contributed a blog to our blog called How Good Data Makes Direct Mail Great. And it addresses some of these tools, the importance of having that clean list for you and for your print buyers. And so if you have a chance, make sure you pop over there and click in the search bar there on that blog. Secondly, effective direct mail means that you're going to have the right offer. We're going to break this down more a little bit later, but for now, the idea is simple. Successful direct mail includes an offer of some kind and the right offer. And number three, the right design. Your direct mail needs to be visually appealing and easily readable for the next action you want your audience to take. So just for fun, I thought I would throw in an example of, what the wrong design would look like. So take a look at this flyer. Can you find the offer in this flyer? Now, my guess is your eyes are bouncing all over the place, and you're probably thinking something like, hurry up, Rachel, on to the next slide. My eyes can't take it anymore. This flyer is an example of what you don't want to do with direct mail. But really, it comes down to simple design, a clean offer, and making it clear. So let's look. To make direct mail work, think of it this way. Spend 40% of your effort on your audience, 40% of your effort on your offer, and 20% on your design. Now, I know you might argue with me after seeing that last example of the design, that design should be higher up on that priority list. But remember, if you're not sending your direct mail to the right audience, it's altogether useless, even for the people, who want to play Where's Waldo with your offer. So focus on your audience, focus on your offer, pair that with good design, and you'll be golden. So the next thing we're going to look at is the design and content, how to build your content so that your direct mail is effective. Your audience and your offer are ultimately determined by you or your print buyers. A lot of times they already know who their audience is, or they worked with you to clean up their mailing list, and they may come together with an offer. You can help with that, but for now I'm going to just give you some tips on the actual content of your direct mail to help make those campaigns more effective, and as tips that you can pass along to your print buyers. So the first thing you want to do in your content is address the objections. What do I mean by that? So build your content around, some of these common objectives. For you as a print buyer, these are the or as a printer, excuse me, these are the objections your print buyers are probably saying. First, they're probably saying things like digital is where it's at. And while digital is a necessity, its benefits are quickly lost without the combination of a digital and a print strategy. You're competing against thousands of other digital ads where the competition is much less through direct mail and in the mailbox there. Secondly, you're probably seeing objections like, I don't see results. Now, you may be feeling this as a printer with your own direct mail, or you may be having to address this with your print buyers. But the same thing, you can address this with your content and by reviewing some of the things that I already mentioned, like, are you delivering the right message to the right people at the right time? And is your offer correct? An example of this is, I'm in my 30s. It's very unlikely that I am going to read or respond to offers from AARP or, local dentists promoting their denture specials or anything that has to do really with aging. I'm not really going to be paying attention to those. So make sure you've got the right offer to the right people at the right time. Lastly, I've already tried it. Direct mail, I'm going to really want to make sure you guys grab a hold of this. Direct mail is not a one and done type of marketing. Really, I don't know of any marketing that is one and done. This one is so essential, so I want to make sure you remember this. Repetition causes recognition. The more repetitive you can be with your offer, the more you can continue to build on that campaign, consistently sending a newsletter, consistently sending a direct mail postcard. They are going to begin to recognize your business name, recognize the quality of your work, recognize your brand, all of those things. Repetition causes recognition. So as you jump into it and as your print buyers are looking for direct mail campaigns from you, be sure to bring up this point. Let them know, okay, this is a great direct mail postcard. What do you have on the schedule for next month or next quarter? Because, you're going to need to do this a few times to really see results. Those are some things that you can kind of upsell by really focusing on that repetition and how it causes recognition. Next one is focus on the benefits. So we've addressed the objections and now we're going to focus on the benefits. We talked about this a little with that PDF tool that I showed you earlier, but we're going to take that a little bit further by focusing on some additional benefits. So what are the benefits of doing direct mail? First, it's more trustworthy. Next, better comprehension and undivided attention. Think of this, 98% of people pick up their mail on the same day it's delivered. Now, think of how many emails you have sitting in your inbox right now that have been sitting there for months, okay? These are the types of things that you can focus on when trying to sell direct mail to your print buyers. Another thing is 75% of those people that are getting the direct mail in their mailbox are the decision makers in the home. So you don't have to go through all those channels trying to work your way up. You hit the decision maker directly. Next, the recipient carries your message right into their home. If I think about this just personally, I pick up my mail. Let's say your printing postcard is in there telling me about the benefits of local printing. I'm going to grab your message, your brand, and all of that in my hands, and I'm going to carry it into my house and set it on my kitchen counter. So right there, your message is there and has the staying power. It has been in my hands longer than a digital pop-up ad would ever be in front of my eyes, just in that. And I haven't even gotten to reading it yet. Next, there's just less competition in the mailbox. One of my favorite things that we say often around here at Marketing Ideas for Printers is remember that junk mail is what's in your inbox, not your mailbox. And that's important to remember. These are some important things for you to remember as you're creating your own direct mail to market your print business, but also for your print buyers. You create a helpful piece of content around direct mail that maybe is a checklist for them. You could do something like, does this mailer make my business appear more or less trustworthy? And then maybe, since I'm going to have their undivided attention, does my mailer make a good impression and clearly state what I want them to do next? So really excellent piece of content for you. In fact, I'm going to write it down that we should do it, is creating a checklist, a direct mail checklist for your print buyers. Lastly, too, you could just create, build social media campaigns around promoting print. You could do simple things like asking questions like, how many digital ads did you see today? Now, how much competition was in your mailbox? Notice the difference. Those types of things you can just pull in and really promote the power of using direct mail for their business and for your own business. Next, I want you to look at optimizing the offer in your direct mail campaigns. We talked about this a little with the PDF tool that I showed you earlier, but I've got a little bit more that I want to go or to show you on this one. First, the biggest failing of direct mail is not making it easy for the recipient to respond. So let's say, for example, I've got your printed postcard that talks about the benefits of buying local. I've got your message. It looks amazing. It feels great in my hands. It looks credible and trustworthy. But what do I do with it? There's no action or no call to action button on there that tells me what my next step is to take. So how do you get around that? You want to take advantage of every opportunity and give the audience a chance to respond. How do you do that? This is where you're going to include things like, redeem a coupon, call for more information, visit your website, have them visit your website, include an envelope, those types of things. Maybe it's a nonprofit and they want to do a remittance envelope. I used to work for a nonprofit, and funny story, we did the whole campaign and we forgot the remittance envelope, and it was a total waste because we had forgotten the remittance envelope. There was no way for them to send their money back for that campaign. So that was a lesson that you have to learn only once, but that's what I mean. You want to have a way to optimize that offer to give them a chance to respond. Again, remember, my goal here is twofold: for you to take these tips for your own direct mail and for you to teach your print buyers. Remember, you are more than just a printer. You're more than ink on paper. Businesses are going to come to you and they're going to ask you questions like, how can I get the most impact from my direct mail? And you got to be ready to be, the print consultant that you are. And then just being proactive and telling them that direct mail is an incredible asset for their business is another thing you can do. Next, know the offer going in. When you start your campaign, know what that offer is going to be. And these are some tips to tell your print buyers. What is the purpose of your campaign? What is the one thing that you want to achieve, the one thing you want your audience to do from this campaign? Make sure you know for your own campaigns, and make sure that your print buyers know. So, is this the purpose of this newsletter, to stay top of mind and provide information only? Which is good. Those are good things too. Or do you have a specific action you want them to take? Both of these are important, but the results will be different in both. So that's where I want you to see the difference with that a little bit. So if all I did was provide content to you guys that was to get you to buy something, was selling, it's all about me, it's all about me, more than likely you're not going to listen to me. It's about providing that value, making that connection. Oh yeah, I've heard you do webinars, or oh yeah, I've seen you online, or I've seen your direct mail stuff, and creating that connection to build that relationship. That's the goal, that we're building that relationship. So you're going to have direct mail, you're going to have newsletters that are for that purpose only, and that's great. But then you're also going to need to pair that with direct mail that does push that 10% more, and that asks for the sale or promotes the offer or has the call to action. And that's why it's important to know what you're going after, to know the offer going in, because if you send the newsletter or informational only type of content and then you're frustrated that you're not seeing results or people taking action from it, well, that doesn't really make sense because you didn't ask them to take action. So you have both of those pieces of content, and you need both. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get at there. Here, tighten up the tracking so that the results are visible. So outside of the newsletters and the information only stuff, when you get to the time where you really want to see the action and you want to see the results, here's some things that you can do to see that. First, include discount codes or redeemable coupons. Work on connecting unique landing pages to track analytics. So a good example of that would be, let's say you have a postcard or even a newsletter. You could throw it in a newsletter where you have a unique call out or call to action button that says, go to such and such a website to download your exclusive savings coupons. Well, then you can track that those people came from the newsletter and they hit on that landing page to take advantage of that. And you can see how many hits that gets and how many leads. Same with the coupons. Then you can see how many people use that discount code, how many people came in and actually redeemed that coupon in store, just so that you can kind of tighten up that tracking and see where stuff is coming from. Another one to do is ask for the lead source, in person or online. So for example, even if you're a website subscriber here at Marketing Ideas for Printers, at the bottom of your order form, maybe you could put something that says, how did you hear about us? Was it from our newsletter? Was it from our email newsletter? Was it from social media or an organic Google search? So you can kind of begin to track some of those results and then see where you should be putting your efforts. Okay, so I made it through the why of direct mail and the how of direct mail. Now I'm going to spend some time working through some of the tools for direct mail that we offer here at Marketing Ideas for Printers. This is not meant to be a sales pitch. You can use whatever direct mail you want or create your own or those types of things. However, I'm always torn between people legitimately asking me how I can help them through things like this. So this is where I want to fully give you permission to bail out if you don't want to hear any more about what we have to offer here. These direct mail packages that we offer, though, make it super easy for you to get on a consistent quality direct mail campaign each month. Before I even get to that, I want to mention that pop-up content. I showed you the one earlier. We currently have one on our website right now that looks like this. This is the first 4 tips, but it's 10 simple tips for effective direct mail. This is a PDF. There's no branding on it because I want it to be all about you. I want you guys to put it on your website. I want you to put it on social media. I want you to use it in your own marketing, just as a tool to provide, some marketing backup to you guys to help you sell to your print buyers. However, those same tips will work for you as printers in your own direct mail. But keep an eye out for those. It's kind of my goal to have pieces of content like this, periodically, that will really just kind of give you that boost and help that you need, that you can use to sell to your print buyers. Okay, so we also offer direct mail for printers, and we have 5 different packages to choose from where we write the content, we design it for you, and then we make it available for you to print every month on the 15th of the month. So you print it on your own, but we provide and design and do all that work for you. All you need to do is simply add your logo and information, and then you can send it as is, or you can customize it with your own local ads, or put in things that are specific. Maybe you have your own content or things that you want to put in there. It comes as an InDesign file, so you can create and do all those customizations as you see fit. I'm going to go over some quick highlights of each package for those that are interested. Again, you can use your own or another service of your choice, but I just wanted to show you briefly what's available. The first one here is our Printer's Press package. This package is our most popular direct mail package. It's a 4-page 11 by 17 newsletter with no bleed, so it makes it easy to print. This one is great for prospecting or for keeping at your front counter. It picks a product theme each month with articles, ads, coupons, etc. that are pertaining to that print product, and then features other things like a travel article, did you know facts, trivia, wellness, print features, and other things like that. So some uniques about this one are the front cover there. It gives you the option between a general purpose article or a print specific article. So we just use the layers within InDesign. If you want to do print specific, you just turn the general purpose one off and turn on the print specific. Same thing with the ad there over on the right hand side. You can switch that off by turning on or off the layers within InDesign for either the coupon or the ad. And then there's also a self-mailer option. And then lastly, to help you sell it and prospect with it, we want to make it super easy. So we created a sales cover letter and an envelope so that it will have all of that done for you and you can send that to your prospects. The next one we offer is the business form. This one is geared more towards your business to business or your corporate customers. This one is 8 pages, 11 by 17 with full bleeds. It also includes that sales cover letter and an envelope design. This one has a different product or print idea that is focused on each month, as well as just a theme for the overall issue. And then it features articles like business articles, print advantage, the art of family, customer care, innovation, business apps, business book review, those types of things. It's the kind of content that you're going to see on, the executive's desk. This is when you're going after, the decision maker here. That's some good content for you. Next, Coffee Break. Coffee Break is our lighthearted, fun newsletter. This one's 8.5 by 14. It features fresh jokes, quips, and cartoons each month. And then on the back, it's got a fun calendar for maximum staying power. What I mean by that is, so let's say you're sending out the June issue, it's going to have the July calendar on the back so that it gives you, twice as long of staying power there. It features 2 nameplate options. So you can either have Coffee Break there up at the top, or there's also one called Dingbat. That's also a layer option within InDesign. You can turn off one or turn on the other. Lots of our customers will purchase this package in conjunction with another package and send it out with their customer invoices or print them and have them at their front counter for some just fun humor type of advertising. Next one is Fast Start. Fast Start is a little unique. It features a folded mailer as well as a postcard. It's product focused. It picks a different product each month. And this, we kind of say, Fast Start kind of says, I'm a printer and here's what I print. So this is your definite more salesy, this is what we print, that type of a thing. It's the second most popular package. It's versatile, so you can mail the postcard. You could use the mailer at the front counter. You could do 2 mailings a month and split the mailer and the postcard up. This one is great to pair with a newsletter like Printer's Press or Business Form. So you can use some of the more educational information newsletter stuff and pair it with the call to action pieces of Fast Start or this next one here, Local Edge. Local Edge targets your local audience and the benefits of local printing. It has a 4-month feature focus that talks about the creative advantage, people advantage, the print or the quality advantage, and the local advantage of using local printing. This one comes in 2 sizes, 8.5 by 5.5, and it's unique because it has a every door direct mail option. You can get it as a 9 by 6 to do every door direct mail. This one also features a coupon and ad layer, so you can choose between sending the coupon and having a more trackable option, or doing just the ad and having it that way as well. So I know that was super fast and I just went over them as quickly as I could, just to give you the information. Again, not a sales pitch there. If you want more information on the direct mail, you can go to our website and up on the nav bar there, click on direct mail. It'll list all of the packages that we offer. And then there's even a little button there that says download samples. You can just download those. It's free. There's nothing you got to worry about there. To see those, up close, read the content and see more if that's something you're interested in or if that would be of help to you. Okay, We have made it to the end. I know I always end up talking so fast to try and fit within that 30 minutes there, but thanks for joining us for tips to help you sell more printing. The next webinar will be Wednesday, February 13th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you have questions or comments, or you need access to those PDFs or those tools that I mentioned, feel free to reach out and give us a call at 701-241-9204. Or you can email me directly at rachel.meese@mi4p.com. Thanks so much for joining us, and I hope to see you right back here on February 13th.